That's it? That's your best?
This one has something sweet for the fellow traveler, if it entices. The finest skooma, the sweetest moon sugar, at a fair price, of course. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Never should have come
Nice try.
No more.
Spare some gold for a veteran? A coin or two for a veteran? Can you spare a septum? Lost an eye during the Great War, or I'd earn it myself. I was the finest scout in the Legion once. Tracked down all the places in the wilds that were causing people trouble. Lost my helmet in one of the old caves. My pretty helmet. Life just got worse after that. Kept losing things. So many things. Oh, you could? I sure would love to have it again. Could show you some of my old scouting tricks. What? You see a man falling on hard times, and you think he's been like that forever? I was there. I fought in the Great War. I was on the field at Anvil. And when I was struck down, they left me. You understand? They left me for dead. I didn't leave them. I do miss that helmet.
Papa says I won't see Rogvir anymore, but he wouldn't tell me why not. Hiya, what's your name? Are you visiting? What do you do?
Seems there's always more to be done. Glad you decided to check us out. I showed up to watch, yeah. I don't know if they were right to execute him for what he did, but I'll tell you something. It couldn't have happened to a nicer guy. Listen, Rogvir and I grew up together. It was us, a few others, and Vivienne. Vivienne Onus. I have no idea why, but one day I told Rogvir I liked her. It was a stupid thing to do. He mocked me incessantly after that. From that point forward, every time Vivienne and I were anywhere close to each other, he made sure to humiliate me. He'd beat me up, dump meat on my head, anything he could get away with. Once he even slipped a beehive into my bed. We were children, sure, but Rogvir never outgrew that immaturity or his cruelty. So any talk about him being an honorable Nord? Pure folly. Jarl Elisif the Fair. Poor woman. Losing her husband and king like that. It was a dark day for us all. Damn. That reminds me, I have a delivery to make to her steward, Falk Firebeard. He ordered a special bottle of Strass Mackay rum. Saved me a lot of trouble. Here, take it to the Blue Palace. I was done talking anyway.
Are you feeling sick? Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Drink for the thirsty, food for the hungry. Remember the if you need a good rumor or two. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink.
The Imperials.
They were smaller back then. Well, as it turns out, I thought so. Need anything, you say the word. Traitors, civil wars, dragons. Huh. Those troubles don't cross my doorway. So sit, relax. People say there's a man wandering the streets near the Blue Palace. He seems distressed, but he's not making any sense. I think the Bard's College might be looking for recruits. You should speak to the head of the college, Viarmo, if you're interested.
We're the children of
Farewell.
Skyrim, and we fight all
You were
our
there for
lives,
Rogvir's
and when
execution.
Sovngarde beckons every one of
Perhaps,
us
but
dies.
necessary. My cousin Fura is somewhere out there in Skyrim right now,
This
fighting
land
Ulfric
is
Stormcloak
ours,
and his damned
we'll see it
insurrectionists.
wiped clean.
She wouldn't
Of
have to
the
be there at
scourge
all
that
if it weren't
has
for
sullied
Rogvir.
our hopes
And my aunt
our
wouldn't have to worry about her daughter. You really don't know? He lets Ulfric Stormcloak escape solitude. Ulfric rides in, murders the High King, and Rogvir lets him ride right back out. Most people head over to the Winking Skeever. If you're not interested in music or drink, you can at least talk to Corpulus. He can fill you in on any of the latest gossip. People to see and places to go, huh? Later, then.
True, I may look the part of dashing
Feel
swordsman,
free to make
but I
requests.
prefer the art of wit to that of war.
Only in that I'm a graduate. I work here at the Winking Skeever. I would highly recommend it, though. Talk to Viarmo if you're interested. Oh, no. But being surrounded by good music, good drink, and good friends is all I've ever asked for. Generally, if you want rumors, you should talk to Corpulus. That said, I did see a visitor pass through on his way to the Blue Palace. You should think about staying the night. This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all
By
know
blade
and love.
or by spell. If you want it dead, I'll make it dead. All you need to do is pay my...
Coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
Oh, what a Oh, let me just drop everything to help you. I don't mind. Real. It's never been an issue. People say you helped with the problems at Wolf Skull Cave. I applaud anyone who assists the court. You'd think so, wouldn't you? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. Oh, we do all right. Rumor is you had a hand in the Black Blood Marauder's demise. I'm impressed. Radiant Raiment has the finest attire in all of Skyrim. That is how we get business. Clothes and raiment for the discerning customer. Finally. I can help with purchases. But if you've come... Talk, see my sister. She's the one who gets on with people. It's her one virtue.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested. When I was a young rascal, I broke a man's arm with a single punch.
Of course, I had a horseshoe hidden in my glove.
Think you can steal from... Is someone... Get away from me! You're dead!
I'm getting out of here.
Need something?
You should probably be in bed. You're looking a bit under the weather.
Spare some gold for a veteran?
You hear the news? Those damn mages blew up Winterhold.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. You're a traveler, correct? Have you been to Whiterun? Wonderful. I hadn't really hoped to run into someone who'd been there. My daughter Fura was assigned to Whiterun after she joined the Imperial Army. I was hoping you might have met her. I haven't heard from her lately. I've tried talking to Captain Aldous, but he hasn't been any help. Oh, that's very sweet of you. Anything you can find out from Captain Aldous would be welcome news. No. Mostly, I'm just a simple herbalist. Lami over in Mothall should be able to help you. We mostly carry herbs and alchemical ingredients, that sort of thing. Before the war, our stock was mostly used for aromatic use in homes. Yes. These days, we have more people like you coming in, looking for healing and the like. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Don't forget me next time you need herbs and potions.
You were there for Rogvir's execution. Welcome. Look around. We've got everything you could want in life. Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. Come back to bits and pieces anytime. Filthy pickpocket!
not getting any... Huh?
By the order of the Jarl. Stop right there.
Someone yell! Never should have...
You gone!
Need something? Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Make sure to recommend us to your associates. Think you can it? What do you need? Excellent. I think you'll be glad. Thank you. I'll be sure to take a look. Mm-hmm.
As High Priest of the Eight Divines, I bid you welcome.
Spiced wine for you? It's a family recipe. You wouldn't have a few minutes to run down to the docks, would you? They're adequate. Honestly, I rely on the business brought in by the burning of King Olaf, and that's not likely to happen this year. It's a great big festival put on by the bards every year. They burn an effigy of old King Olaf. It's quite a bit of fun. The bards give out spiced wine during the festival, so they put it in a big order. And then, for weeks after, demand is so high, I can barely keep up. But with the death of High King Torrig, the festival has been declared in poor taste. So it looks like it won't happen this year. Well, I've got a shipment of spices the East Empire Company is holding up. I need someone to convince them to release it. Great. Get back to me when you're done and I'll give you something for your time. Oh, yes. A secret family recipe. The only good thing my father Octave ever did. In fact, it's so good, no one else in Skyrim even tries to make any. Just what you see here. Good luck out there. Seems like a tough time to be wandering Skyrim.
Are you feeling sick?
You look like you could do with a ripe apple. Or a tomato. Cabbage or leek. An apple to keep you healthy. A tomato to keep you strong. But surely you need one or the other.
I have my ways, but it's not easy these days. The Black Blood marauders have been plundering ships off the coast. A lot of people been hurt by their foolishness. Everyone who's anyone. Viarmo bought an apple the other day. Said he was looking for a new student. Just what you see here. Come back when you figure out how to spend money.
Plenty of fresh fish for you.
Sorry, yes. It's been hard on her. The girl misses her uncle. I've tried to explain that Rogvir did something bad, and that we all have to be accountable for our actions. But the child feels what she will. Down at the docks. There are a few good spots if you can avoid the East Empire Company workers and those Red Wave thugs. Just what you see here. These are troubled times. Be on your guard out there.
Hey, I thought adventurers were supposed to look tough. Sure, whatever you say.
Wanna play tag?
Bye.
Come back if you don't play tag.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with? Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Turn anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
Fresh fish. Straight from the fjord.
Wander, looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Keep safe, and always wear your armor.
True, I'm an archer, eh? I've got you. Excellent. Thank you. I'll be sure to put it to good use. Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman. Perhaps I'll be seeing more of you.
Good evening. I'm Pantia Atia, the master vocalist. It's been my honor to perform at the Blue Palace on many occasions. His late lordship was quite the admirer. I'm a bard from the Bard's College here in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying.
Wait, hear my plea. My master, he is lost between worlds, and I cannot bring him back. Uh-huh.
You all right? You look like you might be sick.
I believe that my books tell the story. You mean Rogvir? Yes, I made an appeal to Captain Aldous. He allowed Rogvir to have a proper Nord burial, as is the custom in Solitude. May Arche bless you with a long life.
I'm waiting. That I am. Train the recruits. Turn boys into men. That sort of thing. Thinking of asking the general for some training books. Give the soldiers something to do while they're on rest. Something besides drinking. Ever seen a book called The Mirror? We used to hand it out to boys looking to learn basic shield work. Good on you. Their aim could be steadier, but they're battle-ready. Can any man hope to be ready for a dragon? I can but hone their skills and harden their hearts. The rest is up to the gods. Not my finest hour. Rogvir was a fine and honorable man. No, I think he was entirely wrong. Rogvir's execution was justified and necessary. Being honorable might make you a good man, but it doesn't make you right. Be a better world if it did. Not my finest hour. Sometimes you just do what needs to be done. You don't have to hate a man to kill him. Though, admittedly, it helps. Generally, posting information is need to know only. I've been trying to find the time and place to let her know. Her daughter was sent to Whiterun. The skirmishes there have been violent. The Whiterun legate, he needed to know the Stormcloak positions. He sent out a party to scout the area. They happened upon a large force. I'm told none of them made it back. Private Morard, Angela's daughter, was in that scouting party. She needs to be told. Keep my men in your prayers. They'll need them if they don't shape up. Wait! Hear my plea! My master, he is lost between worlds, and I cannot bring him back! Why does everyone ignore me? Why do you turn your heads? Why will no one help me? My master has abandoned me, abandoned his people, and nothing I say can change his mind. Now he refuses to even see me. He says I interrupt his vacation. It's been so many years. Won't you please help? Oh, you just don't understand. Without him, I am not free. Without him, I am doomed. All of his empire shall fall into chaos. Last I saw him, he was visiting a friend in the Blue Palace. But no one as mundane as a Jarl. No, no, such people are below him. No, he went into the forbidden wing of the palace to speak with an old friend. Said it had been ages since they had last had tea. Oh, and you'll need the hip bone. It's very important. No entering Pelagius's wing without that. Oh, you just don't understand. Without him, I am not free. Without him, I am doomed. All of his empire shall fall into chaos.
Are you feeling sick? It is. We train the bards you hear throughout the land. Viarmo is the head of the college and in charge of admissions. Well, you've come to the right place.
Welcome to the Bard's College. I'm the headmaster here. How may I help you? Always a pleasure to meet a prospective bard. You should be aware that many apply, but we accept very few people. When possible, we ask applicants to perform tasks the college needs completed. In this case, I do have a task befitting an aspiring bard. Elisif has forbidden the burning of King Olaf, a festival put on by the Bard's College. We need to change her mind. To convince her, I want to read King Olaf's verse. a part of the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Unfortunately, the verse was lost long ago. Yes, according to Giraud, our history's keeper, the portion of the Edda dealing with King Olaf might still exist in Dead Man's Respite. I need you to retrieve the poem. I think Giraud here would give you the best explanation of both it and the history of King Olaf's verse. You should speak to him about it. As you may be aware, Elisif's husband, High King Torrig, was recently killed. Elisif mourns her husband deeply, and she feels that a festival that burns a king in effigy is distasteful. I tried to convince her the festival is many centuries old and celebrates solitude, but I need proof. I believe King Olaf's verse will provide that proof. Not much, but as a bard I find the whole affair depressing. There are no heroes in this war, no winners to be had, and no real conclusion. If you want something a bard can dig into, look to the dragon. 1,000 years from now, Skyrim will have changed rulers dozens of times, but the return of the dragons, that story is once in an era. Not much, to be honest. Their return was a shock to us all. Gerard Germain has some tomes about them in the library if you're interested.
Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man. Good to meet a prospective bard. He's sending you after King Olaf's verse, then. That's good. We shouldn't leave it lying around now that I figured out where it is. The verse was Svafnir's contribution to the Poetic Edda, the living history of Skyrim. Each bard adds to the Edda in his or her time. And a very ancient one. The verse criticized the reigning King Olaf. He was so incensed the bard was put to death and all the copies burned. At least, that's what we thought until I translated some ancient texts a year or so ago. We now believe King Olaf buried the truth with the bard. If I'm right, Svafnir and King Olaf's verse lie in Dead Men's Respite, along with the burial chamber of King Olaf himself. Be careful. You might find more than just King Olaf's verse in Dead Man's Respite. Ildi, what year did the Aldmeri Dominion invade the Empire?
Late 171.
Good, Ildi. Soak in the lore. Yorn, what happened during the Red Year?
Morrowind suffered a massive explosion?
Vardenfell's Red Mountain erupts. Try to be precise, Yorn. Remember, being a bard isn't just about the music.
I'm Dean of Lute at the Bard's College, and no, I don't give private lessons. It takes two things to be a good teacher. The first is patience. The second is a firm
I wish
wooden
only
stick
to
for
graduate and
rapping knuckles.
enroll with the Legion. My drums will lead our troop. It's an honor to have Viarmo for instruction on drum, but it's far too reserved for my taste. And why wouldn't I be? We sing tales of kings, queens, and their politics, 'tis true. But do you know who really makes history? The person who writes it. Farewell, stranger.
Youngest bard at the Bard's College, at your service. Anything I can do for you, I will.
You know, I don't get the impression that I'm very well liked at the college. Oh, did you need something?
Lady Atia says my voice is second only to hers, but she's selling me short. What are you doing that for? Few can resist my charms. Even fewer are worthy of them. I can't understand why Yorn would want to join the Imperial Legion. Soldiers only appreciate one thing, and it isn't music.
That was better, Atat. Add a bit of emphasis on Ragnar.
Excite the crowds. Draw them in. They will love you for it. Very good. Let's continue with our practice.
sheriff won't give us a straight answer.
He's a true Nord. He'll come around.
Don't be so sure of that.
Yes?
We've
Make it quick.
couriers from
I'm not sure why Tullius is
Empire's
wasting
putting
his
a
time
great
trying
deal
to
of
take
pressure
Winterhold
on
from
the
us.
White One.
But if he wants to throw his men away, I'll gladly accept that gift. Tullius has camps in the Pale, entertaining thoughts of battle. The Empire still underestimates the force of our cause. It will be damn Tullius. He's pocketed men in the Rift. It's dangerous having Imperials skulking about on the southern border of East March. Soon enough, we will march on Solitude, and on that day the heroes of Sovngarde will march with us, and the Empire will fall to its knees in fear. The Empire's ravenous hunger for Skyrim silver makes them fierce, but rest assured, and what would you have me do?
If he's not with us, he's against them.
Maybe you haven't heard, but the Thieves' Guild is back. Windhelm is their city now, if you catch my meaning.
And let them die with their false kings.
We've been soldiers a long time. We know the price of freedom.
Reasons.
But people are still
Since
weighing
when
things in their
does a man
hearts.
need a reason to protect his family, to defend his homeland? It's the damn Outlanders and Empire that need the reasons. Not this Empire. The world's better without it. Certainly Skyrim is. I fought in the Imperial Army in the war against the Dominion. I bled and spilled blood for the Empire. And for what? The Empire to bend its knee before those evil elf bastards? Signing a treaty meant to kill the heart of the Empire itself? To deny Talos? No. I will have no part of any such empire. And I will gladly gut anyone who says otherwise. What's left of Skyrim to reason? It's the damn Outlander. I oppose tyranny. I oppose those who tell me how to live, what to think, and what to believe. I am a man. Skyrim is man's homeland. That is a fact I'm proud of. There is no shame in that. Read your history. Enough
have
talk.
families.
There's much. First, we'll kick the Thalmor and their bloody Imperial puppets out of the country. Then, we will rebuild Skyrim into the land she once was. When we are done with that, we will take our army to the Dominion and show those pointy-eared bastards not every man is fit to be their slave. Watch yourself out there.
We'll show those faithless dogs who the
How
fight
many
will
of
die
their
well.
sons and daughters follow your banner? We are their families.
Well put, friend.
Word is the College of Mages is back to normal. There's such a thing for that lot.
How do you feel? Sorry, I was lost in thought. I'm planning my wedding, you see. So many details to work out. Ah, yes. If she wants to pay the 2,000 gold tariff, then we'll be all set. I suppose I could make an exception. I do like her spiced wine. Fine. Tell Yvette's son her shipment will be brought up to Solitude shortly.
You're the Harbinger of the Companions. It is my honor to stand before you. I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken duels. Been too long since I had a good bandit raid. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the magic?
Go cast your petty magic someplace else. Afford a second or two?
The Emperor's cousin Vittoria Vici is getting married soon. The reception will be public. Anyone in Solo.
How do you feel? The Divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your... May the Divine...
It's good to see a fresh face. You got Aldous to tell you something. I knew you would. What did he say? I told her. I told her the Imperial army would kill her. That this was a war of Jarls and Imperial generals, and we had no part in it. She just wouldn't hear it. It was brave of you to come to me with this. I can't thank you for it, not for this. But you have done me a service. I hope your parents are proud of you. Take a look. Don't forget me next time you need her.
If you're looking for...
Need something?
Fletching suits me. It's difficult and sometimes tedious, but a well-made arrow strikes
Spice wine
forth
for
like
ya?
the fury of a god.
Oh, very brisk. When the snow sets in, even the hardiest Nord needs some spiced wine to warm the blood. Thank you so much. I swear it's a fight with them every shipment. Here's something for your troubles. Good luck out there.
Need something?
Tough time to be warrior in Skyrim.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's the magic?
Yes? Good. I'll see if I can get some copies made for the men. Here, something for your trouble. The Legion thanks you. Keep my men in your prayers.
The warehouse is off limits. I suggest you head back the way you came.
Not as dumb as you look.
Divine smile on you, friend. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Farewell.
Restoration is a perfectly valid school of magic, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Squire, once again, take a look. All right, then.
I'm a little busy. I've got all sorts of things.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch the magic!
The taste of home and heart.
Fresh and ripe.
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you might want to rethink. If you ever want to replace those old rags, stop by Radiant Raiment. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should come by our shop, Radiant Raiment. We could fix you right up. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Rament's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raiment. Remember Radiant Raiment when you need a change of attire.
Your fancy magic someplace else.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look a little sickly. It's quite fetching, actually. The craftsmanship is excellent. Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting in a request for a few dresses quite soon. Well, it's a fun... There is room in my court for a new Thane. It's an honorary title, mainly, but there are a few perks someone like you could... However, I could only grant the title to someone who is known throughout my hold, and who owns at least one piece of property in my... You help my people and purchase a house from my steward, and I'll make you my Thane. Good luck to you. Keep the faith. General Tullius
May the gods
will win
watch
this
over
war.
your battles, friend. I won't forget what you've
If you
done
have
for
business,
Solitude.
then by my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Hafengar. Congratulations. I grant you a personal housecarl to watch over your home, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble now. May the blessings of the Eight be with you.
Do you have business? Oh, right, the rum. Thank you. I developed a taste for it after a fair-weather trip to Hammerfell. Here, this is for you. Certainly. What did you have in mind? As you wish. I'd be glad to... And of course... Now, what would you like to purchase? As you wish. Speak to me again if... Decide to purchase some decorations for your home. The Jarl is not to be disturbed. Absolutely not. That wing has been sealed for hundreds of years, and for good reason. They say the ghost of Pelagius the Mad still haunts it. Ghost or not, there are reminders of his dark rule that are best left buried away. I'll make an exception for you, but do not bring anything out when you leave. Too many dark deeds transpired in those halls. I won't forget what you've done for Solitude.
Marty! Pelly, my dear. Oh, I couldn't. It goes right through me. Besides, I have so many things to do. So many undesirables to contend with. Naysayers, buffoons, detractors. Why, my headsman hasn't slept in 3 days.
You are far too hard on yourself, my dear, sweet, homicidally insane Pelagius. What would the people do without you? Dance, sing, smile, grow old? You are the best septum that's ever ruled. Well, except for that Martin fella. But he turned into a dragon god, and that's hardly sporting. You know, I was there for that whole sordid affair. Marvelous time. Butterflies, blood, a fox, a severed head, ho ho ho, and the cheese to die for.
Yes, as you've said countless times before.
Harumph! Well then, if you're going to be like that, perhaps it's best I take my leave. A good day to you, sir. I said good day!
Yes, go. Leave me to my ceaseless responsibilities and burdens.
How rude! Can't be bothered to host an old friend for a decade or two. Inside the mind of Pelagius, silly. Oh, is it your First time? Pelagius the Third. Now, surely even you know about Pelagius's decree. On his deathbed, and this was inspired, he forbade death! That's right! Death! Outlawed! Really? Oh, what kind of message? A song? A summons? Wait, I know! A death threat written on the back of an Argonian concubine. Those are my favorites. Well, spit it out, mortal. I haven't got an eternity. Actually, I do. Little joke. But seriously, what's the message? Were you now? By whom? Wait! Don't tell me. I want to guess. Was it Molag? No. Little Tim, the Toymaker's son, Huh? The ghost of King Lysandas? Or was it one? Yes! Stanley, the talking grapefruit from Passwall! Ha! I'm wrong on all accounts, aren't I? Ha! No matter! Honestly, I don't want to know. Why ruin the surprise? But more to the point, do you, tiny, puny, expendable little mortal, actually think you can convince me to leave? Because that's crazy! You do realize who you're dealing with here. Jolly good guess. But only half right. I'm a mad god. The mad god, actually. It's a family title. Gets passed down from me to myself every few thousand years. Now you can call me Anne-Marie. But only if you're partial to being flayed alive and having an angry immortal skip rope with your entrails. If not, then call me Sheagorath, Daedric, Prince of Madness. Charmed. Now that's the real question, isn't it? Because honestly, how much time off could a demented Daedra really need? So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave. That's right, I'm done. Holiday complete. Time to return to the humdrum day-to-day. On one condition. You have to find the way out first. Well, good luck with that. Ha! I do love it when the mortals know they're being manipulated. Makes things infinitely more interesting. Care to take a look around? This is not, I dare say, the Solitude Botanical Gardens. Have you any idea where you are? Where you truly are? Welcome to the deceptively verdant mind of the Emperor Pelagius the Third. That's right! You're in the head of a dead, homicidally insane monarch! Now, I know what you're thinking. Can I still rely on my swords and spells and sneaking and all that nonsense? Sure. Or you could use the Wabbajack! Huh? Didn't see that coming, did you? Do you mind? I'm busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind. Oh, good choice! Well, good for me. I find everyone being out to get you so terribly entertaining. You might find it less so. You see, Pelagius's mother was, well, let us say, unique. Although I suppose, in the grand scheme of things, she was fairly average for a septim. That woman wielded fear like a cleaver. Or did she wield a cleaver and make people afraid? I never get that part right. Oh, but she taught her son well. Pelagius learned at a very early age that danger could come from anywhere, at any time, delivered by anyone.
Yeah.
The objective here is simple, you simpleton. Use your Wabajak to defeat the enemy, while they do the same. Oh, I thought you'd never figure it out. With the threat gone, Pelagius is under the delusion that he's safe, which means you've helped him out, certainly. And we're that much closer to home. You've headed down the path of dreams. Unfortunately for you, Pelagius suffered night terrors from a young age. All you need to do is find something to wake our poor Pelagius up. You'll find his terrors easy to repel, but persistent.
Never should have come here.
Hi there. Hi there. Hi there. Yes?
Hey! Well, now that's something to crow about. With Pelagius up and about, you're moving right along. We'll both be home in no time.
Need something?
So now, my dear Pelagius can hate himself for being legitimately afraid of things that actually threaten his existence. But only during the day? Honestly, I can't keep up. But by all means, don't stop now! Now this is a sad path. Pelagius hated and feared many things. Assassins, wild dogs, the undead, pumpernickel, but the deepest, keenest hatred was for himself. The attacks he makes on himself can be seen here fully. They're always carried out on the weakest part of his fragile self. The self-loathing enhances Pelagius's anger. But his confidence will shrink with every hit. You must bring the two into balance.
Time to end this little game.
Here we go! Oh, now that one must have hurt!
Wonderfully done! Pelagius is finally ready to love himself and continue hating everyone.
Do your worst! Yes?
I'm busy doing the fish stick. It's a very delicate state of mind. Fixed is such a subjective term. I think treated is far more appropriate, don't you? Like one does to a rash or an arrow in the face. But no matter. Heartless mortal that you are, you've actually succeeded and survived. I am first to honor my end of the bargain. So, congratulations. You're free to go. I have been known to change my mind. So, go. Really. Pelagius Septim III, once the mad Emperor of Tamriel, now so boringly sane. I always knew he had it in him. Well, I suppose it's back to the Shivering Isles. The trouble Haskell can get into while I'm gone simply boggles the mind. Let's make sure I'm not forgetting anything. Clothes, check. Beard, check. Luggage. Luggage. Now, where did I leave my luggage?
Master, you've taken me back. Does this mean we're going home? Oh, happy times. I can't wait to...
Yes, that's quite enough celebration. Let's send you ahead, shall we? As for you, my little mortal minion, feel free to keep the Wabbajack as a symbol of my... just take the damn thing. You take care of yourself now. And if you ever find yourself up in New Sheo, do look me up. We can share a strawberry tart. Ha ha! Ta-ta!
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
What is it?
If you're heading to the Blue Palace, you...
That's wonderful. You've done us a great service. As promised, the outfit is yours, and here's something for your trouble.
Remember Radiant Raiment when you need a change of attire.
Being old's not so bad. Daughter keeps me fed. I'm too old to work, but that don't make... You got nothing better to do than bother an old man?
You look a bit peaked. You shouldn't be home in bed. There are few places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution.
Divine smile on you, friend. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realms. We have survived difficult times and are better made for it. We owe you that, Archmage. Thank you. The Eye of Magnus, here but lost, slipped through our grasp. Oh, what we might have learned. I shall explain to you the mysteries of the Outer Realm. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Mm-hmm.
Hello, my love. We have a cozy little prophet. Here, this is your share, love.
Like...
Spare some gold? Can you spare a septum? Look at it. That's real Nord craftsmanship, that is. Let me show you an old trick I learned as a scout. Makes it harder for the enemy to notice you. It's best you leave me be. A coin or two for a veteran? It's not much to ask.
If I'd been on guard at the Thalmor embassy, wouldn't nobody be disturbing that boat.